Hey, what's up guys? Brad with Squared Away Every Day, and today we're going to be talking about, is Tesla's full self-drive actually worth the money? Now, as I film this video, it is December 2021. Now, that means that the full self-drive is going to cost you $10,000 to add it on to any Tesla that doesn't already have the FSD firmware on it. Now, me personally, I own 3 Teslas, a Performance Model 3, a Performance Model Y, and a Model S Plaid, only 2 of which actually have the full self-drive firmware on the vehicles. Now, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Is it actually worth the money, or is it just a complete and utter ripoff? Now, if you haven't had a chance yet, please go ahead and like the video, sub to the channel, and let's just hop into it. Okay, so if you don't know what full self-drive is, the theory of full self-drive is essentially you get into your vehicle, you program where you want to go, and the car just drives you there with no input from the driver. That would be super awesome. You could drive, or you could sleep, you could make phone calls, emails, it'd be awesome. Now, what Tesla is actually offering is 2 separate things. We've got autopilot and Tesla's full self-drive. Autopilot is essentially a adaptive cruise control to where the car will stay in its own lane. It will gain speed and slow down to stick to the speed that you want it to be. It'll also keep its distance from other drivers. And in addition to that, it will make corners and turns to stay in the lane while on the highway. That's it. That's all autopilot is. And it is a very handy and nice feature, which is actually free on every Tesla that you were to buy. I don't really know, but as of 2021, it's free on every Tesla that you buy. Now, Tesla's full self-drive, essentially, what are you going to be getting for your $10,000 as of 2021? Well, you'll get the summon feature, which will summon the car from a parking spot. Let's say it's raining outside and you don't want to get wet, and so you want to summon the car to the front of the store. You can do the summon feature on your car. Now, there's another feature, which is auto park. Now, if you're driving and the car senses that there's an open parking spot, you can auto park it, and it'll either parallel park you, or it'll back into a spot, or whatever. So it'll park itself, which is another feature of the Tesla full self-drive. And then finally, you have the auto lane change, where if you're in autopilot, the free feature we were talking about, if you're in autopilot and you engage the blinker, the car will move over to the next lane as soon as it thinks it's safe to do so. So that's what you're going to get for your $10,000 as of 2021. That's it. Now, to me personally, I do not think that that is even close to being worth $10,000. But nevertheless, Elon keeps promising us that, hey, full self-drive is going to be worth $100,000 by the time we're done with it. And people have been paying for FSD for some amount of time, and they haven't actually realized any of the benefits of full self-drive. And so, for example, the Performance Model 3 that I purchased from the original owner, so the first car I ever bought that was a Tesla was my Performance Model 3, and I bought it from the original owner. Now, he paid somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 when he originally bought the car for the full self-drive features. Now, did he get to realize any of those gains of having full self-drive firmware on the vehicle? No, he did not. He sold the vehicle before full self-drive was even a thing. Now, I'm getting close to selling the same vehicle, and have I realized any of the gains from actually having the full self-drive firmware? No, I have not. And let me make a quick note here too. You would think that maybe you'd get at least, like, let's say you're selling just a regular Model 3 and a Model 3 that has full self-drive. It's not worth $10,000 more because it has full self-drive on it. Many times it's only worth maybe, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 more than the model that doesn't have full self-drive. So definitely keep that in mind when you're deciding whether or not you want to get full self-drive, and if you're going to be able to sell the car for more money in the event that you actually end up selling it. And the case is most likely you're not going to see much of a gain at all. So to me personally, I think it's a complete and utter ripoff to this point, because we just keep getting promised, hey, full self-drive is going to be ready at the end of the year. You'll have city street full self-driving. And here's the thing, maybe if we even get to the point where the car can actually drive itself, you're still going to have this annoying feature to where every 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, you're having to have input into the car so that the car knows that you're paying attention while it's driving itself. So kind of ridiculous, not really worth the money. The autopilot's great because, again, you could just, grab your phone, look up a phone number and make a phone call. And in that 10 seconds it takes you to do that, the car's driving itself. And that's great. Yay for that. But in my experience, the actual autopilot is not even that great. So on one of my vehicles with the full self-drive, I'm cruising at like 70, 75 on the highway, and it slams on its brakes down to like 45 miles per hour. And that's happened to me 3 times in a row in a span of like 9 days, something like that. So I essentially stopped using the full self-drive feature because it was just so dangerous. I almost got rear-ended 2 times when the car did that to me. So I just don't trust it at all. Same thing with the summon feature, to where the car is supposed to be able to navigate and come pick you up. It doesn't do it there either. I've had it bonk into things, and it's really not that great of a feature at all. So to me personally, I just don't trust the full self-drive feature, even just to keep speed, let alone drive you around the block. Many times with my Tesla, it'll think that I'm like getting out of a lane or have like an emergency lane departure or something like that, and it'll try to like autocorrect, and it's just not the case. Nothing's going on at all. I haven't even left the lane. So to me personally, is full self-drive actually worth the money? Probably not for $10,000, not even close. Now, if we ever get to the point where the car can actually drive itself and it's proven to be safer than a regular human driver, then great, that's awesome. If you don't have to have any sort of user input into the vehicle and you can do whatever you want while it's driving, ooh, that's nice, and that will be worth the $10,000. But are we there yet? We're not even close, not on any of my Teslas. So that's just my 2 cents on it. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give me a like, give me a sub, and we'll see you in the next one.